What's going on, Fat Boy Fifth M? I have not spoke to you guys in a hot minute. I do apologize. There's been a lot going on. We were in Texas, and then we came back from Texas, and then my brother came to visit us, and then her brother came to visit us, her being my wife. There's just been a lot of moving parts going on. Not a lot of time to record, not a lot of time to edit, but things are kind of slowing down for about the next week and a half, and then we're heading to Michigan for 2 weeks, and then we're smooth sailing until about Christmas time. But I want to give you guys a quick update on really what's been going on, kind of the explanation of my absence. So first things first, Armani is doing fantastic. I'm recording on Sunday. You guys are gonna see this literally like a few hours after I post it, or after I record this. But Armani's doing great. This morning he actually found his tongue. As weird as that sounds, but he has discovered his tongue. He's discovered what his tongue can do. I'll put in a little snippet.
Say good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
So he's found out what his tongue can do, which is hilarious. He wakes up in the morning and he just starts licking the air. He started drooling. He can hold his own weight. Like if you stand him up, he can hold his own weight, which is crazy because he's like this tall. Not really. He's about this big, but he can hold his own weight. So it looks funny when he's standing there like kind of on his own. We still have to support him, but he's healthy. He's a healthy baby. He's about 14-15 pounds, which is on track to be a big old boy given when he was born and everything, being born early, 2 months early, month and a half early. But moving on, back injury. So when I was in Texas, I went to Woodlands Medical on 380 in Prosper, Texas. I did some physical therapy stuff. I did some adjustments and some stretching. And let me tell you what, after being in the Marine Corps for 5 years, being adjusted on the civilian side and being counseled by an actual physician, that opened my freaking eyes, because I haven't been stretched like that. I haven't gone through any type of physical therapy like that. Yeah, the Marine Corps offers physical therapy and yada yada yada, but it's nothing like what you can get on the civilian side. And it's crazy because I felt like a whole new man afterwards. They put me on a vibration machine and I was like bouncing around everywhere, and then I did a row for about 10 minutes, and then I went through some stretching, and I probably haven't stretched like I'm supposed to stretch since like high school. That was 6 years ago. So needless to say, I had not stretched, period. And that also led into why my back is the way it is. Moving forward, I got some x-rays done, and I saw Dr. Kirk. If you guys ever find your way to Woodlands Medical, Dr. Kirk is a go-to. She is a must. The whole staff there is pretty cool. I met this other dude who just started actually, and he actually grew up in Prosper. But anyways, the x-rays that I got done, my lower part of my spine starts out straight, and then a couple of vertebrae up, it goes to the left, and then it comes back straight, and then it goes up. She said that's not normal, but that explains why my back is doing what it's doing. So it was essentially in a spasm. My two lower erectors were in a spasm, and it was really nothing that I did wrong, she explained, because I told her how or when the injury came up. She said I didn't do anything wrong. It's just sort of the inevitable. After not stretching for as long as I did, not being adjusted, really not, I guess, taking care of myself, but like still being healthy, it's just the inevitable. In turn, caused my two lower discs between my L4 and L5 to not have the correct space between them like they're supposed to. So in a nutshell, example, they're supposed to be this much space. There's about this much space, so that's no bueno. And then that led to a issue with my sciatic nerve, which is a nerve that runs from my tailbone, just to give a reference, from my tailbone down into my legs. So whenever I would do any hinging movement, bending over, standing up, kneeling down, whatever the case may be, I was feeling like almost like someone was stabbing me all the way down my leg. I mean, it obviously didn't feel too good, and she explained to me that that is the cause and effect. So it's obviously gotten better over time, but it was kind of just like a setback to me, because my whole purpose, my whole goal, my biggest thing for working out was to deadlift 700 pounds by August. We're like a week away and I'm not gonna be able to hit that. I can't even deadlift over 225 right now, and that sounds like cocky of me, because most people probably can't do that, but I've been training for like 2 years now, and I've had this goal for a long time. So when you come across something that kind of sets you back, it puts you in a slump, to say. I definitely have had no motivation. I don't even want to get up in the morning and go anymore, but I'm kind of trying to remember why I started and find that motivation again and just keep rehabbing. But my back is probably at about 80% right now, which is better than it was 3 weeks ago, because 3 weeks ago I couldn't even like get out of bed without sitting there for about 10 minutes with a throbbing pain down my leg. Now I can get out of bed normal, and it only happens after I've bent over or kneeled down or sat for too long. That's the whole back injury update. I'm making progress. I'm not degressing, I'm progressing. So moving forward, I started school. Holy crap, I started school. Something I didn't think I was gonna start until like 3 more years, but I started school, and the whole starting school process reminded me of why I did not start school back in 2013. The whole admissions process was a cluster. Just dealing with military personnel and then having to take care of things on your own as a civilian, it's nothing you can really explain until you've like gone through it. But in the military, everything, and I mean everything, is taken care of for you. And if you can't take care of something, you can basically ask somebody that's your friend or someone higher than you to do it for you. And that's what happens, because kind of just the nature of the beast. But as a civilian, you got to do all this on your own. And I'm not complaining, it opened my eyes when I started the admissions process. Went and talked to my advisor. Oh, before I go any further, I'm going to National University down in San Diego. It's not a school for vets, but the majority of the students are veterans or active duty or active duty spouses. And the reason being why it's so veteran heavy is probably one, the amount of BAH that they give. BAH is the money that the GI Bill gives for housing. 2, because it is schedule friendly, so you can really pick and choose when you want to go to school, and classes are over in a month versus a whole semester. So I'm currently in English. If I sound sick, sorry, I don't know why. I don't know why. Allergies maybe, but I'm in San Diego. Whatever. You can pick and choose when you want to go to classes. So I'm in English, and then I go Mondays and Wednesdays from 5 to 10, sometimes 5 to 8, and then one Saturday a month from 8 to 12. But depending on your instructor, they might tell you like, hey, I don't like Saturday class, so don't come Saturday. Or they might not even have a class during the week. It just depends on your instructor. But my instructor's pretty cool. I actually looked him up on Rate My Professor, and he has a bunch of terrible freaking reviews. So I went into the class with like a bad mindset. But then the first day being there, he was like, all right, we're gonna go over this and this and this, and we'll be out of here in 30 minutes. And I was like, dope. So he's not a bad guy at all. I don't know maybe he read his reviews and was like, yo, I gotta change my ways. I don't know, he's not a bad guy at all. But anyways, the admissions process, it was honestly a headache. Partly my fault because I waited so long, but at the same time, like, I didn't wait as long because I did what they were allowing me to do in the time frame to do it. So sent everything in, my GI Bill paperwork, my transcripts, everything for admissions, I sent it all in. And I talked to my advisor, and she was like, okay, everything's good to go, like give it a week or 2 and then you'll hear back from us. Well, it was a week or 2. I was in Texas. I started school the day after we got back, and I still had gotten no word on whether or not everything was processed or not. So I called the school again. I was like, hey, you know, I haven't got any word on this. What's up with this? What's up with this? And they were like, oh, we haven't got this. I was like, I talked to my advisor. She said she sent everything in, and they said, well, no, we don't see anything. So I'll put a note in. So they put a note in. A day later, I got another email saying, hey, I never submitted this because basically I forgot to submit it, is what she told me. So I had redid everything again. While I'm not even in California, I can't go to the school, so I'm doing everything by phone and by email. And it was just kind of an eye-opener to, you have to stay on top of things when you're not in the military. Civilian side, it's different, and it's not just with that. Even with like finding a doctor to go to, or finding a dentist to go to, orthodontist, it's crazy. But it's the nature of the beast. It is what it is. I have no regrets of getting out. I'll say that over and over again. I love being out. I love being out. I love my freedom, yada yada yada. So I think that really covers it for school. This month I'll have English done in the beginning of August. I'm taking August off, and then I start again in September with another English type class. And then by the time we leave California, which is next August, I should have my associates, and then, or even halfway into my bachelor's. And then when I get to Texas, I'll be going for my bachelor's in kinesiology and getting my personal trainer, physical therapy, that type of cert. But while I'm doing that, I fall under a program with my wife where I can actually get my personal trainer certificate in a year through scholarships, through National University. When I get to Texas, I can basically start personal training people. So look out for that. That about covers it for school. Lastly, I put a PS4 in a computer case. Y'all probably don't give two shits about that. I'm gonna build onto that later on and add lights and everything crazy to it, but yeah, I don't care about that. That's about it. That's been going on. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna be more active because I'm not. This is a video for today, and then I might do a video next Sunday, depending on my time frame throughout this next week. After August, when we get back, it's game on, because then it's stay-at-home dad grind, it's school grind, and it's YouTube grind. And I gotta prep for the new Call of Duty's coming out. So peep that when that comes out. I love you guys. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Make sure to hit that post notification bell. I'm trying to grow this channel to one day 1 million plus subscribers. I know that's a big goal. I know it's a big goal, but with the help of you guys supporting me, I can one day support you guys. So I love y'all. Dad Boy, Fat Boy, Alpha Boy Fit. We out, and that's it. Peace.